back to my channel, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. How you guys are doing out there? I have my best friend, my sister. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk about Tamar Braxton. Like I said, I had made a video on it the other day. Okay, family, before I continue with my video, please make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and hit the notification button for more unapologetic content. Like I said, you know, my video is to bring light in the darkest place and to leave no rocks unturned. It's not for everyone, only the ones that can chew the fish without spitting out the bones, okay? So with all that being said, let me go ahead and continue my video with my sister Treasure. I hope you guys all enjoy. You got any input about that?
My heart goes out for Tamar too, because I understand where she's at when you are fighting for what belongs to you and you're not getting it back in return. But what we're missing, the main thing is that we need to go to Jesus and we need to ask him to fix this thing. If we try fixing this thing on our own, we're going to mess that thing up.
When people say, you know, I'm only human, that's just an excuse for their mess.
Come on, tell them. Tell. Okay? That blessed me.
Because she had came forth and I read she was in an industry that was toxic, you know, and how it exploited her. But like I say, you know, we can blame this person, we can blame whoever we want, but first of all, they have no control on you. The only time that I believe that people are gonna get the best of you if you let them in. You know,
that's right.
The devil cannot do anything but what God allowed and what that's you right. allow him. You know, when you see things like that happen, sometimes you have to go ahead and do a self-examination. Am I in the will of God? You also have to realize that Tamar and her family, they've been in the entertainment industry for a very, very long time. They go to the board and negotiate with their lawyers. It should be like water, you know, running off a duck, because they're getting into.
Yes.
I don't know how can she get herself into something like that when it's not the first time they ever sign a contract. If this is what I think. If she didn't like what was in that contract, she should have negotiated at that table and said, "No, right. I don't like this."
That's
and
right.
Wait.
That's right.
But you cannot let them dingle, you know, put a bunch of money in your face and you're going to go ahead and take it. And once you done ran out of money, or once you realize that I've been cheated, but it's too late because you had signed that deal. They only can go by what you signed in that contract. That's how I look at it. You know, she knew what
you're right, sister. And you're right. Because I just want to feel where she really was and let her know that the only thing that was wrong with that for me, I'm just speaking this from me, is that she didn't have the source that she needed sitting on the right seat when she needed him.
Yeah, when people say, you know, I'm only human, that's just an excuse for their mess.
And then got a son right there waiting, you know, for his mother. And it get back to me saying, what good it is for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul. You know, that's where I'm at with that.
Absolutely.
You know?
And even though we looking from the outside in, we don't know what she's going through in her personal life. You know, only one knows is the ones that's in there and God. Like I said there and I said before, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but when you try to take the easy way out, that is selfish. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to put her down, because there's a lot of people, you know, that feel like, you know, they just can't take life anymore, you know. But one thing I do know about Tamar is that she have a love for God. But if she have a love for God, she also
she need to let him come back and sit on the throne. Because let me tell you something, God is a jealous God. God is so jealous that you put tangible things before a spiritual thing. Ain't no such thing as you gonna serve two masters. You're gonna have to choose one. You're going
Yes.
to have one master in your life. And the master that I know that she got in her heart, all she got to do is just repent and say, Lord, I'm so sorry for what I did. And watch and see how God restore her and then put her back on the right pathway where she's supposed to be.
That's it, because she said when she had signed up that deal, to do get your life away, she didn't want it to be portrayed as an angry black woman. And she said once they saw the trail, how they, did all the editing and all that stuff, and she didn't like it, and her boyfriend didn't like how they was portrayed. But that's part of the deal, that's because that's their network. You understand? And you have to realize that the producers, they don't even look like us. You see? They don't even look like us. Yeah, they gonna spin it the way that they want because it's all about ratings and it's all about money. So they don't even care about us. So
all they want is that money. All they want is that money.
money.
But you know one thing I like about Tamar? This right here, gonna pave a way for a lot of young black ladies that's coming behind her, or any white sister that coming behind her. Because let me tell you this here, it may have meant for her bad.
Yes.
But God gonna take it and turn it around and get the good out of it. Tamar gonna go and she say that she's wanna help. She wanna help, be a help to her sisters and brothers or whoever. And God gonna do her, because God gonna use her, because you went through the fire, baby. You came out of the fire. And guess what? God gonna use you.
And that's why I'm so glad, which they had came down on her boyfriend, for calling 911 and saying all the things that he said. But I'm glad that he brought it to light, because now she can get the help that she needs. You understand? The thing about it, is that we try to hide so much stuff, and especially when our family try to hide, because they want to keep a certain image, like they all got it together. None of us got it together. We all fighting some kind of demon. We all fighting something.
Right, that's right.
Not in the thick of it alone.
And guess what, Sister Debbie? Tamar got to look at it like this here. She fighting them demons on the outside and got demons on the inside. She got to fight too. Her cup was running over because of all the stuff that she was going through, and how she was trying to get her producing them to see what she really was about, and the money proposition and all of this here. And that was just too much. And the enemy found a foothold where he can get in there to try to destroy her. But like I said, what the devil meant for bad, God gonna take it and turn it around and get the good. The pathway is already passed. Paid for her.
Yes. Now God can fix it now. God can fix it now because it has been brought to the light.
Yes.
And now she could be able to tell her story, because like they had said that Tamar been fighting some stuff and holding a lot of stuff since she was a child. They was trying to put, the stuff that she had went through when she was a child, which she refused to talk about because she have not openly said it. But like I said, that was her story to tell in her time, not their time. And you see, so they wanted to bring that to her show, and she said not so. She's on a platform, people that don't even care about us. All they looking for is money. All they looking for is ratings. Like I said, all they looking for is to put us out in and to entertain them. That's all. And she have to realize that all money is not good money. Like I said, Dan said, anything that's going to suck the life out of you, that is not of God.
Woo, girl.
It's
and
not
make you do something like that. That was an evil force working on her behalf.
Yes,
and
trying to sift out.
She just got to realize her surrounding. She really got to realize her surrounding, what she's surrounding herself around. Because let me tell you something. He comes in many forms. He dressed himself up and disguised himself up all the time. And you think that might be a friend. You think that might be a good a boss or something that you think that you like. But baby, you hang around them long enough, you're going to see they were going to show
Hollywood, because they've been painting us as what they wanted to paint us for years. Back then, when you see black actress and actors on TV, they either the bad guy. They either a maid, a mammy. You know, they always portrayed us in a negative light. You know, the only time that I saw black people, and I'm not going to tell you a lie, that was portrayed as, you know, a black family, you know, entrepreneur was the Bill Cosby show. You see, family. But you don't see all that on TV when you see things. You
No.
always see people trying to stereotype us. So
Yes.
you know it's going to happen. So why you get yourself in that position?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how, you know, the Kardashians, you don't see them putting them in a negative light, you know?
No.
You
No.
don't sitting there having them to fight against one another.
That's right. That's right. Say it, my sister. That
You
is so
don't see none
true.
of that.
They're not gonna put that out on the air, but you let some black person come and have some kind of reality shows or something. They want to.
In a negative light like that.
No, they're not.
Like they
No, they're
do
not.
us. You know, so that's why it's time to go ahead and just come out of that. You know, I like the way Tyler Perry, you know, how he started his own stuff. You know, like he sat there and say, if Hollywood didn't want to, you know, air his shows and, you know, put
That man went and built him a whole
the
studio.
money, give him the money that he needs. Yeah, he went and built him his own studio. You know,
Got his own studio, baby.
Thank you.
And that's what, you know, like all of these black women on these reality shows and the TV, the producers and stuff trying to kick them off and stuff. What I would do if that were me, I would take all the sisters that then got off of WeTV and I would put our money together.
yes.
I would pray and ask God to show me a vision. What can I do? And if I seek him first, I know he's going to open doors. He's going to put people in your pathway that you never even thought. And y'all been in the entertainment business for a while. And why y'all can't pull your resources together and start your own reality show?
Oprah did it.
That's
She
right.
owned,
That's right.
you know, Oprah did it. Even though she sold part of it, some shells, like they said, but she did it. She got her own network.
Yes.
We could pull our sources together and come out of that, you know,
Yes.
do
Yes.
our own. And
Sorry. I see some people who make music and stuff have them robbed. They rob them blind. They
yeah,
living in big fine houses and riding big fine cars, and their children were going to the prestige colleges and all of this here. And here we working so hard to get them to live so good. Something wrong with that picture.
yeah. And look at
Something is wrong with that.
yes, some is. And look at Mariah on Married to Medicine, how, you know, she started Married to Medicine, that show, and she and her husband put all their funds together, you know, and presented it to Bravo or whoever she presented it to. And she said that they kicked her out. How can you kick somebody out of something that you created?
Because they didn't read the fine print.
That's
They
it.
get you
That's
in the
it.
fine piece before
Yes.
they put their name on that contract.
Yes.
Because them slick things, they will turn right back around. They laugh and grin
Yes.
in your face and turn around and bite you where it gonna hurt.
That's
and
it.
that is not right.
That's it. And like she said there, her show, they fired her and took her show from her.
In the reality business of the show, you really got to know the fine print. You really got to get a lawyer that is caring about you and help you with this, the business part of it.
And that's just like with the football players, you know, how they make millions of dollars, and once, you know, they retire, they don't have nothing to show for.
That's just crazy. I don't understand. I don't understand a person's heart that's sitting behind the contract and knowing that they are being so conniving. They know what they're doing, and they know how to talk to you to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? They know how to talk to you to bring you down to their level where they can manipulate and get their money, because that's all it is about. It's about money. It ain't. I'm looking at you. I'm laughing and grinning with you. I'm patting you on your back, but I got a dagger finna stab you dead in your back.
It's like you're still on a plantation. How you going out there and you making all the money just to bring it back to your master. You see what I'm saying?
That's
It's
not
like
right.
it's
We got to stop that.
it's like they still on a plantation. It's like slavery have not end. And like Tamar had put on her Twitter page that she's a slave to her network.
Yeah, she
How
did.
did you get yourself in that situation, girl? This is not your first rodeo. You know how to look for all the smaller things in your contract. Girl, I just don't understand it.
Girl,
Because I'm not in it. So, but to me, I'm not gonna let no cast my pearls to swines. Just say like,
you're not going to cast your pearls before the swine. You're
mhm,
not going to do that.
I'm
But
not
you got
gonna
to
do
be, let me
that.
tell you something. A lot of people look at just what they can do because they want people to put their eyes on them. Their head be kind of big, but when it come down to educating yourself about these contracts, if you would take the time and educate yourself about these contracts that these people presenting to you, you would not fall in that hole that they dug for you.
That's it. Tamar also said, the most said allegedly they had wrote the song, and she said she didn't even get paid. How they gonna use a theme song of yours and don't pay the person that wrote the song and sung the song? How did they let them bamboozle them like that, Treasure? Oh
I
my
don't know,
God.
girl. I don't know because let me tell you something. Every time your music is being played, you're supposed to get some kind of
If you
royalty from
write
that.
it, if you write the music, yes, you should be able to.
What?
The only thing that I can think of, Sister Treasure, is that they going in blind. They're going in blind. Like I say, the love of money is the root of all evil. And that's why they are in the position that they are now. And this right here could come out, as an open rebuke. But it's time for us to wake up. How long you gonna sit there and let them misuse you like that?
Yes, yes,
It's just time for
yes.
us to come out of that. You
But I
know?
tell you one thing, her mother, her sisters, and her boyfriend right now, the close immediate family, need to love her unconditional and
Yes.
do not have no strings attached to whatever they do. They need to show her love. Right now, she's wounded.
Mm-hmm.
She's wounded. She's been hurt. She's coming out. She wrote the letter and everything telling her side of the story, which she don't owe no man nothing.
That's it.
No man nothing. Which I think personally, and this is just me, in my opinion, I think she should have took that letter and put it before God. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I think. And then that's the man that can fix it. Nobody out here have a heaven or hell to put you in.
Amen. I totally,
You
totally
don't owe
agree.
nobody nothing but to love them.
That's it.
Tamar, all I'm saying is from one sister to another sister, baby, yield to your master.
That's
Do
it.
not yield to them other things out there. Yield to your master. If
That's
you
it.
stay at the feet of Jesus, and when you are heavy laden, he said, you come unto me and I will give you rest.
That's the word.
Tonight, all I can tell you with
And
my
I
sister.
pray that she watched the video, and I also pray that she would, take heed that she need to just come out the industry and take time to work on herself, because quite obvious, this right here is bigger than her. You understand what I'm saying? So just go ahead and come out the industry and just work on you, because everybody, they're going to have their opinion and they'll have their say, and I don't think that she's ready, because her spirit is very vulnerable now. She's open now, and anything
Mhm,
that come against her, she's going to react, So I
mhm.
think it's time for her to go ahead and work on herself.
Amen.
Because
I
you
agree with
cannot
that.
work on
And
anyone
not just
until
only
you work on
Tamar,
yourself.
all,
A lot of them, Nene leaks
yes,
too.
All of them been wounded because the fight that I can imagine, the fight that they got to put up, the fight for stuff that
Yes.
belongs to them, and the other people want to hold on to their
Yes.
stuff and manipulate them to do this and to do that, and they see, you know, that no, this is not how I really want, and the fight gonna continue going on until somebody comes to some kind of conclusion that this is the way that I want it to be. I'm the one that's doing
enough is enough.
Enough is enough. But you know what? When she went there and told the producer about the Kardashian, about they making more money, and she's out here working just as hard, and she got stuff just like they have. But you know what? Those guys that sat behind the desk, only two colors that they see, and let me tell you, and this is the gospel truth, that's green and their own color.
And that's what you call systemic racism, because they're going to look out for themselves, and they don't see that, you know, we are not being treated equal.
That's right.
Because first of all, the Kardashians, they are not talent people. They just beautiful faces. The Braxtons, they are talent people. They can sing, they can act.
That's right.
Entertainment for a very, very long time.
That's right, baby.
Everybody should get big pay. It should be the Braxtons.
That's right.
Grew up listening to the Braxton music, Tony Braxton and all of them.
That's right.
You know, and that's just to show you right now, we need to just come together and just come out of that mess. Because,
but you know what? I wouldn't come. You know, that's her. The role that she want to play, the reality part, and I wouldn't come out there. But like she said, I would demand my rights to certain things because of what I have done. My work ethic should speak for myself. You see what I'm saying? Yes. And they know this here, but they should meet her halfway, because the girl was crying out for help. She was crying out for help. Those people did not want to help her. They heard her cry. They understand what she went to and told them. Look, my stuff just is better than the Kardashians, and I'm not getting paid for my stuff. And y'all working me, y'all overworking me. You're working me like a slave out here. Yes. And I want to get paid. Yes. And they must have told her something that she did not want to hear, and that was too much for her. That was too much. She just overflowed and went and did something that she wasn't supposed to do. And that just didn't come on her. That been like that. Well, when they aired that trail, you know, how they portrayed her on her new show, that's right there was the turning point right there. That's what sent her to the roof, you know, when she saw how she was being portrayed. You know, she thought that they had used her, you know, because they had her looking like an angry black woman. And her boyfriend, David, he didn't like how he was portrayed. So that's what sent her to the roof. Like, I tell you one thing, that just didn't come up on Tamar. No, that been like that. And I thank you from dissecting that tape with David, and that you saw that David said this didn't happen before. Yeah, and a lot of people didn't catch that. A lot of people did not catch that. But Sister Debbie, I know you caught it, and I heard it. I say yes, indeed. So this problem that Tamar just now overspilling into the public now, Tamar has stuff in her past that just caught up with her future. Wow, that's deep. Wow, that's deep. Absolutely. That's right. And that's when God sat there and said, enough is enough. And he had the right ram in the bush to bring that to light, and that was her boyfriend. That's right. And that's right. But you see, it's out in the open now. It's out in the open now. And look, when she was carrying all that excess baggage, that's just like sitting in the room, and everybody know that, even her mom and everything, she sat in the middle of the room with her mom and her sisters and them, and they got a big white elephant sitting in the room, and ain't nobody touching that big white elephant because they're afraid to touch that big white elephant. But you see what that big white elephant did? It made her come to her boiling point. Well, y'all not gonna help me with this here? I don't know what to do with it. Look how she's steady walking. I don't know what to do with it. I'm tired. And now she is distraught now. Now she want to take her life.
So the question is why they didn't want to help her. They saw it. They saw how she acted when she was on Ayan show. They saw how Tamar was crying out. So why nobody helped her?
Why? Why? Because the money.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because of the money.
Thank you.
And they need to stop.
So they all guilty.
All of them. All of them guilty.
All
because
of them
they should have came to their sister rescue.
Yes.
Okay. You living in a hotel. Okay. You living in a hotel.
$25,000 a month, they say.
Huh?
$25,000 a month, it was said.
At the hotel.
At a hotel.
Now,
at a hotel.
I don't understand that one, Sister Debbie. Break that down to me.
Living above your means. And they signing.
You gonna give somebody $25,000 a month to live in something.
And when you cannot.
It's not yours.
And when you cannot pay for, you know, the lifestyle that you're trying to live, then what you want to do is take your life out because you cannot afford that lifestyle, you know. And now that, you know, we are in a pandemic, you know, with this coronavirus and nobody's work, everybody's out of work, everything is, you know, she's not making the money that, you know, she used to going out there and make, you know, doing her press and, you know, doing everything, you know, that the celebrities do on the outside. So the money didn't stop, you know. So, but you got to realize, like I said there and say, while the money was coming, she should have been putting aside. But see, they're not putting aside. They want to live like the Joneses. But like I say, inside living like the Walters. She had enough money to go ahead and put it aside where when stuff like this come, she should be still living large. You heard me? Still be living good.
Yes, yes.
She feel good because she's spending as fast as she get it. You know, she's spending as fast as she can get it.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
what they got to stop. They have to learn to count the costs.
Ooh. Yeah, you have to learn to count the cost because if you don't count the cost, you're gonna have to pay for that dearly. Dearly, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Now,
just Tamar.
It's not that we dissecting her or picking her apart, but I do want her to get this message. And if she listened to the video, I do want her to get this lesson. Don't never etch out God out of nothing. Before you go and get yourself into something, seek with the master. Seek him first. And I guarantee you, I just want Tamar to know that sisters to sisters, that we got nothing but genuine love for you. We want you to know that you have another source besides yourself and beside the people around you. Dig into that source. That's the most important thing in life. And the word says, what good it is for a man to gain the whole world and lose your soul.
That's it. And that's what God want her to do. The Most High God want her to do is come back to her first love.
That's it.
And if she come back to God, I truly believe that God is going to give her that peace that she's searching for, that joy, that unspeakable joy. That's so hungry for, you know. But you cannot serve two masters. You see, you know, even though it looked like you said, we picking her apart, but we also trying to get her to see, you see what I'm saying, that the world loves its own, and the world don't take care of its own. The world not even worrying about us. You understand?
That's right.
Yeah, they can go and throw us, like I said on my last video, they can throw us the crumbs, and we're supposed to be satisfied with that.
The devil is a liar.
He sure is.
The devil is a liar.
He's not even in here. And that's why, you know, Tamar, you know, she was raised in a church. Her father is a pastor, and, you know, yeah, her father is a pastor. And
Awesome.
yes, and like I said, you know, she know the word of God,
Hmm.
but she got to also apply it.
Oh, definitely.
See,
That's the main thing.
we can have a form of godliness,
Huh.
but denying the power of God.
Hmm.
That's what she's doing right now, denying the power of God. Because if she know the God that she served, she know that no devil in hell can prevail against anything she put her
That's
to
right.
do.
That's right. That's right.
All she have to do is have faith and speak it, and trust me, those mountains gonna be moved.
But you
You,
know another thing that I'm thinking about, Sister Debbie, that's a good one. That's real good. You know another thing I'm thinking about, as she was making these little reality shows and stuff, and she was saying what's she gonna do and what she gonna do, she gonna do it and everything. And people was grabbing on a hold to that. People
Mhm.
was holding on to her that. But let me tell you something. Tongue and teeth will say anything
Yes.
at the moment. But when the true test come, what you gonna do? You're gonna fold. And that's what she did. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do
The
that. It's not
yeah.
it's not I, baby. She got it wrong.
Mhm.
It's God, can you help me with this? Go to your
Mhm.
source, and your source will do it. But when you lean into your own understanding and
Yes.
not acknowledging God, he'll make shame come up on your face.
And that's what I think that had happened, because she she's fighting against
Forces, two
two
forces.
forces. She's fighting against two forces.
Hmm.
She won't this and she won't that.
Her skill is half balanced. She's not balanced.
You got to make choice.
A
You,
skill supposed to be balanced.
yes, you got to make a choice.
So she caught. So
Yes.
you're gonna even serve. You can't have two masters. So what master you gonna serve? Is you gonna serve God or are you gonna serve man? Well, but if you choose God, the skill gonna be balanced out. But
That's
you
it.
choose man, and see won't that skill get caught.
That's it. And like I said there and say, we're not being judgmental on her. You know, like I say, you know, we're trying to sit there and bring it to light. Now that it's brought to light, you know, we're trying to sit there, and maybe somebody out there is going through the same thing that Tamar is going through.
Come on.
And they feel that they don't know how to come out of the situation that they are in. So they're going to take the easy way out by sitting there ending their life. That is not of God. That is the act of the devil, because that's what the devil wants you to do, is take your life out. Didn't he do it to Job? Didn't he stripped Job of everything that Job had in the Bible? You remember that?
Yes.
Where his own wife, they said there and say, had told Job, why don't you just curse God and die? So
Yes,
what I'm
indeed.
trying to say is that some people cannot handle what they have put themselves in. And some people watching you don't want to see you suffer. So you're going to sit there, you're going to take the easy way out. And there's somebody right now, if they are listening to my voice right now, try God. Try the Most High God. Give it
Right.
to Him, because whatever you are going through, it is too heavy for you, baby. It is
Yes.
too much
Yes.
for you. So try
Yes.
God. Because I tried it for myself, and my sister is a witness. How the
Right.
devil came upon me, how I had everything.
True.
You see what I'm saying? My business was flourishing. How I had everything. And my business didn't shut down because it was money. It was shut down from the inside out. And it made me so depressed. Where after 14 years, I'm just coming out of it.
Yes.
I just wanted to go to in my bed and just ball myself up and just cover myself up and don't even want to come out my room. You understand? I know what depression is.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
see?
indeed. Yes.
Thank God that it never affected me to the point of
That
taking
you.
my life out.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
even though the devil came and stripped everything from me. But like
Yes.
I said, and I tell all my followers, you cannot build a solid foundation on material possession. That's like building a house on sinking
Thank
sand.
you, saying. Come on now, sister.
You cannot
I
do
hear
that.
you. That is so true.
And one thing, when I was going through my depression, I stayed in my word because that's all I had was it was just me and God.
Yes, indeed. And that was more than enough.
It was more than enough. It was just me and God.
Yes. And that's where God wanted you to be.
And
That's
God-
where he wanted you to be. If he
Yes.
loved you that much, if he
Yes.
loved you that much
Yes.
to make you come and you and him have a close
Yes.
relationship, talking and you telling him, and that's all he wants you to do. Just come to him. Just recognize me.
Come to
Just
me.
recognize me.
Heavy laden and burdened, and he said, I will give you rest.
Yes.
He will give you rest. And that's just like with my business. You know about it. Trying to go and open one business after another business.
Yes.
When God had told me to rest.
Yes.
When God tell you to rest, rest.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or be obedient.
Sometimes we could put too much on us.
That's right.
And it's too much for us to handle. That's why the Bible said we got to be faithful over a little thing. Just be faithful of what you have. We don't have to go and rush God for anything because it might be too much for us. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yes.
God knew it was too much for us. He
Yes.
knew we couldn't handle it, but he gave it to us anyway because he loved us. That's just like he did the children of Israel. He knew they was not ready to eat meat, but they kept crying for meat because they were still on milk.
Right.
So he gave them that meat. And what happened when they started chewing that meat? They was choking.
Mhm.
They was choking.
Yes, indeed.
So we have to learn from our experience that even though we want it, it's just like our children. We bring them in the store. Mom, I want this. Mom, I want that. And soon when you buy it for them, they bring it home, play with it a little while, then they have no interest in it.
That's right. That's right, Sister Debbie.
And that's just like us. We get into stuff because we wanted this stuff, and then we find out that it was too much for us. We all stressed out behind it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we asking God, Lord, get us out of this. And one thing about God, his ways is not like our ways.
No, for real.
So that's why I learned, Sister Treasure, to say, God, don't let it be my will, but let thy will be done. Because I know if it's in God's will, it's gonna be perfect.
And I'm gonna tell you, like Nene and the Kardashian and the Baxton, if they would just yield, rest for a minute, like you were saying earlier.
You got
Just
to.
take your rest.
You
Take
got
your
to.
rest. Get in tune with the Father.
Yes.
Ask the Father, what shall I do? And he even gave us a promise. This is a promise that he gave us. He said, I will be a light unto your feet, and I will light up your pathway. That's what the word of God says. So why you just don't take that and run with it? Mm-hmm. And just stand up on that word and see what that word gonna do, because it can't come back void. It can't.
And look, I read this right here on Nene Lee's Twitter page, where it says Black women deserve it all too, especially when you have given your all. And what I got from it when she said Black women deserve it all too, especially when you have given your all, is that she wants to be equal with the rest of them. Like we said, the Kardashians, right? If they putting in the same time and the same energy, they want to get paid as well.
Of course. But you got them wolves in sheep's clothing, and they sit behind that desk and they pencil whipping the daylights out. But the person who come to them must have the understanding what they're using against them, and get another lawyer to check that lawyer.
And the Kardashian, their mother, Kris Jenner, you know she's not gonna play that. When she go in the boardroom and she negotiate for her girls, she gonna make sure she gonna come out and her girls gonna come out with what they are asking for.
Brandon, Brandy, and Ray J, they mother. You're not gonna mess over her children.
Cool, you definitely not gonna
You are not gonna mess over. So now let me tell you something. The Bible said the older women should teach the younger women. So why she couldn't get a personal relationship with Brandon, their mama, and Ray J mama, to find out what is she doing to get the money that she deserved? Because that woman already know. She know, Sister Debbie.
But the thing about it, she don't even have to go to them because the Braxton's been in the entertainment industry for so long. Tony Braxton been in the entertainment industry, I think, way before Brandy.
Tamar, you did a good job. You did a good job standing up for your right and fighting for yourself. You did a good job. But at the end, you started out, you know, fighting for yourself and stuff like that. But at the end, you weakened, you fold, you did something that you weren't supposed to do. Because why? Let's look at the truth. Why? Why did you do that? The reason why Tamar did that, she ran out of fuel, messing around with the world, and didn't have enough oil in her lamp to call upon Jesus.
Wow.
That's the fact. That's the real fact. That's it.
Never let your oil run out. Don't never let your oil run out. You are absolutely.
Don't never let your oil run out, girl. And you know what? God give her a second chance. God give her a second chance because now you see you cannot fight these demons that's out here naked. No. You have to close yourself in righteousness every day.
You have
a personal relationship from God every day. You must have that because that's the thing that's going to cover you. That's your shield. Yeah, that's your protector. Jehovah Jireh is your provider. It's not these men, and it's not even you. God, you acting upon God's strength.
Yes.
But you're not acknowledging your source from where your help come from.
And look, Tresh, let me read this one right here. This is another tweet from Nene, because she's crying out herself. You understand? Because she knows she have been used in the industry as well, because they trying to get her out now.
Okay.
And this is what she read. She said, "I'm ready," and she capitalized "ready." You have tried to lessen me and make me insignificant for the last few years. That's in. Now want to talk publicly or privately. So what she's saying, she ready to start talking now. She's about to expose some stuff. And I don't blame her.
And she right. She right. It's time. See, the people don't understand. The timing is here. The timing is here that the bottom world is going to come to the top. And they got the tools, they got everything that they need. And if you're holding stuff in, a closed mouth is not going to get fed.
A closed mouth is not going to get fed. A closed mouth will not get fed. Do you hear that?
That is the truth. Open your mouth, sister. Say, expose them devils. Get them out. Get them out. Remove them. If they're not doing what's right, bless them and remove them.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Because if you stay silent, Black Lives Matter. If you stay silent, what are you doing? If you got your mouth closed, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Like I said, a closed mouth will not get fed.
That's it. That's it.
And Nene, she holding it. Nene, let it out.
Let it out. Tell it all, Nene.
If you got anything, let it out.
Yes, tell it all.
Any musician, anybody that got any talent or any kind of career out here, and you're being misused, this is the time for you to open your mouth. This is the season where God is going to take everything that's meant for bad and turn it around and get the good.
Oh, Shirley, you know the song Shirley Season sang? Satan, I'm gonna tear your kingdom down. You know, Satan, you've been roaming all over this place for too long. And it's
Come on
time
now.
to tear down. You hear me?
Come on now. Come on.
It's
It's
time
time.
to
It's time for us to take a stand. We
tear
we
down.
got
And like the
we
world
got some beautiful black brothers and sisters. And I'm not being racist or nothing, but we got some
no,
beautiful
I'm
white
talking to
sisters
my
and
people.
white brothers that I
I'm
know,
talking
that I
to
know
my
from that.
people.
But let me
Yes.
tell you, these black sisters and brothers, y'all are kings, y'all are queens, and y'all need to walk in y'all royalty. Y'all need to
Yes.
get y'all coat. They need to get their coat, Sister Debbie.
Yes.
They need a coat to wrap them, that custom-made coat that God designed for us. They need to get a just God. It make me think about the woman with the blood, the issue of blood, how she pressed through and through the crowd, and that she touched the hem of God's garment, and that was just by faith that that my sister did that. Now, that's the same thing. It's no different from what happened that time right there to what's going on right now. You in trouble, or you at your wit's end, that route that you took that way is not the way. But if you would have had touched the hem of God's garment, just say, Jesus, I can't do this no more. Jesus would have came to your rescue.
And when you say about their coat, they have the coat. That gift is their coat. Tamar is a good singer. She's an entertainer. Nene is a good entertainer. You know, she brings life, you know, to people. That coat is their gift. But what they want to do is share to people that, how you say that, say, they sharing it with the wrong people. You know how who that was, Esau, when he gave his birthrights to Jacob just for a bowl of beans.
Yeah.
They selling their birthrights just to get a bowl of beans. You understand what I'm saying? Stop selling your birthrights to the wrong people.
Go ahead, sister. Go ahead,
Because
sister.
God has clothed you, just like my sister said, with a beautiful coat. But you're sharing it
Custom made.
with the wrong
Not just beautiful, custom made.
but you're sharing it with the wrong people.
Yeah.
You know, come from out of Egypt. When God wants to bring you into the land of more than enough.
True. Girl, you spoke that this morning.
Egypt.
You spoke that this morning. And you're coming right back around in full swing again.
You know, and that's
God,
why we are having the problems that we're having, because our beautiful garment that God has put up on us, which is our gift, we want to share with the wrong people.
Yes, it is. Yes, yes.
We got to stop selling our birthrights.
I just say all the reality women's out here today, they just need to just be at peace. Before you can be at peace with anybody else, you got to be with peace with yourself.
Yes.
And once you start dealing with the peace that's within you, and you got to remember, there's always two forces out here working against you. One working against you and one working for you. So if you choose the one that's working against you, this is what the repercussion of you, this is what you're going to get. You're going to lean to, but if you are with the one that gave you your birthright, he going to make sure that you'll never get to that level.
Yes.
You'll never get to that level.
And that's
that force, that other force out here, that thing, what did he come to do? Steal, kill, and destroy.
But God said he came to give life and give it more what?
Abundantly. That's what he said. And so Sister D, like all of those women's, Nene, all of them, they just got to
come out of it.
They just got to come out of it. Come out of Egypt.
You'll never have peace. You'll never have peace. You will never have peace because the devil don't pack fair. He don't do like they did with Ananias. Remember in the Bible, like I was saying, how the people, they all came on one accord where they all put everything, their resources and everything together, you know. So in order for us to build what God wants us to build and have our own, where we won't have to go through all this, we got to sit there and learn to come together in unity, and we got to build our own stuff. You know,
But that's just like God saying, that's just like God saying, the thoughts that I have for you, no, he said the plans that I have for you, they're good, they're not evil. That's the word of God.
that's it.
Now,
And that
if he
is-
got a plan for you, you know he already ordained your life already.
that's it.
Yeah, it's already laid
It's a
out,
fixed
but
fight.
a lot of people can't see that. And I want them to understand that I, personally for me, when I took the wrong pathway, I had to get chastised. And
Me
God
too.
God
God did.
chastised me.
Yes.
And I had to say,
Ooh.
okay, Father, okay. And I asked him, I said, Lord, if I don't understand what you're trying to tell me, break it down
Yes.
in grammar. Break it
Yes.
down in grammar where I can understand what
And
you
he
are
will break
saying.
it down where even a child can understand.
Yes, he would
Guys, I'm
do
gonna go ahead
that.
and, okay,
And
fam, I'm gonna go ahead and stick a pin in it for now, because my sister and I, we had talked for about an hour and a half, and when we come together, it's never a dull moment when we get together and break bread. So I pray that you all were blessed as well as we were making this video. So like I say, it's not to tear down, but it's to build up. And if anyone think otherwise, just go ahead and say ouch and move right along. Until then, I pray that y'all be blessed and peace out.